Hello again, I'm Alex. I'm the solo developer behind the game Wheelborn, which is an open-world adventure beat-em-up game about car-like creatures facing corruption by evil forces. And today I would like to talk a little bit more about the art and design process behind Wheelborn. So, as I told you in the last video, when I revisited this strange idea from my childhood, I decided that those characters shouldn't be cars, but living creatures. So the first thing that comes to mind when designing such creatures is bugs. There is something about cars that, translated to biological form, feels like an insect. Like insects, I can't say it. Cars, exactly like bugs, have an external skeleton that makes their form, right? So all my first sketches of Wheelborn look like this. Cute creatures that have a general form of a car, but they also have those insect-like legs with wheels. I really liked those at the beginning, so I started making such character in Blender and learning using Blender in the process. I rigged it and I made some animation, and then I implemented a state machine logic, and it actually became my first prototype. But there is something about this whole game that I wanted to make more dark and bizarre, and something about this character feels too cute and childish. So first I tried to add some more details to the character with some texture and normal maps, but it made the character look even weirder. My wife and friends looked at it and told me that something not working right. I decided to step back and redesign everything. I looked into different creatures that live in the desert, since Willaria, the kingdom in the game, is a deserty kind of environment. After some research, those 4 designs were chosen, and this one was the option that most people liked. But I still felt like it's a little bit too cute. As you might know from the last video, in this fictional world, the wheels of Wheelborns is actually like their eggs. Wheels play a very important role in this game, in Wheelborn, so it was important to design them right. I looked at creatures like real creatures in the nature that is the closest you can find to a wheel. One of my favorite options was this armadillo kind of character. And because I really liked the idea and the form, finally I decided just to put this into a wheel. Like the wheel is like an armadillo. And to make it fit with the character has this shell on top that has similar texture to the wheel. So it fits better together. Another very interesting, in my opinion, thing was the design of the wheel hunting bag. One of the core things in Wheelborn is that Arbeck, the main character, is collecting the wheels of his enemies for a greater purpose. How do you design such strange thing? First, I had this idea that it looks like a cooler with an arm. Why cooler? Because when you put those wheels inside the cooler, because of the cold, they won't hatch. And in general, how those creatures that have only wheels can build a whole civilization. Like in human history, when we invented the wheel, their history changed with the invention of an arm. In the demo, you can even find this place, the Arm Museum, and find some small pieces of history there. Anyway, this cooler made its way into the game, but I started to get feedback from friends and my wife that it looks a little bit funny. It had a comedic effect, a living car with picnic box and the woolly arm. At this point, I designed another really important character in the game, the mother. She have those magical arms made of stone. My friends and my wife really liked it, so it was very natural to me to change the cooler to be similar in shape and color to the mother, since she is the one who made it. She can use magic, so the cooler shouldn't be technological, it should be like dark fantasy style. Last thing that was a bit of a struggle to me is the environment in Wheelborn. So guys, I tried so many different options with colors and shaders, and every texture in this game is hand painted with all those tiny black strokes. It took a lot of time to do all these things, but I think that the art style works. I think now everything kind of fits together and doesn't look completely like 2006 game. Something about it being stylized makes this whole world feel less bizarre. That's it for this video. I really hope you guys liked it, and I would be really happy to hear from you. What would you like to hear about in the next video? Maybe something related to game design, maybe something related to how to plan such a project. Currently, I'm about to do the sound design and the music for the game, so it's also an interesting topic that I'm really passionate about. So if you would like to hear about that, it will be really like up-to-date thing to talk about. I have some ideas, but I would like you guys to tell me what is interesting to you. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.